How you doing? How you doing? And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Patty, and I appreciate you stopping by today. And just a little flabbergasted to say the least. I love this game. I think it is game of the year for me personally. If we want to put it in the mobile category, it's game of the year for mobile, hands down, no competition whatsoever. So I think that's what makes this worse, to be real with you. Um, and I mean, it happens. Our heroes let us down, you know what I mean? The real world is rough sometimes. But there's not a lot of things that I can use my brain to just justify and wrap my head around this. Because it's just absolutely 100% ridiculous. Like, how? How did this make this past so many grown folks' faces? Like y'all got up, went to work every morning, and this is what you did? No, no, no. I can't even. So, it's this is gonna be hard. This is gonna be hard, but I need to show y'all something, and then I just need to ask why. Because before we get over this hill, you just need to know Genshin's gone too far. Alright. Hi, buddy. Tell me how in God's name I'm supposed to fight this adorable thing. Look at this rock puppy. This is straight up 100% rock puppy. And you want me to hurt him? Nah, I'm naming this dude. I'm bringing him home. I'm showing him to my whole family. Where'd he go? Oh, he ran away already. Oh, who's the cutie? He is. Look at him. I want to keep him. I want to keep 15 of them. Oh, you stuck on his back. Look at that. How? How could you make us fight and kill this thing? How? How? This should have been my best friend. I'll fight Paimon right now. I will pluck her off my shoulder and go to town to get this man in my corner. Just this. This hurts. This hurts, and I can't believe you're making me do this to this innocent little boy. Oh, I forgot I don't have my normal team out right now. So just, oh, look at the poor rock puppy. I'm sorry, bud. I didn't make this decision. Some evil grown-ass person did. It's not my fault. Alright, but what's up, guys? Alright. You boys just playing. Your boys just playing. So what I actually want to talk about, obviously the game has not gone too far. It's amazing, and that was just a meme. Clickbait! But I want to show you guys a really, really cool thing that I kind of consider is like one of the most broken things in the game that I don't see anybody talking about whatsoever. And that's a super clickbaity video as well. So I decided to go with the meme first, and then we'll, get into this. Because again, man, that puppy was cool. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But one of the things that, and we've mentioned it in a video before, but it is crazy impactful. And I just don't see it mentioned a lot. And especially when you start getting to the second area and everything, and we got all these beautiful hills, this is going to be something that becomes more and more impactful. Because not only is there going to be a ton of ores, but there's going to be a ton of, hidden walls, chests that have rocks, kind of weirdly encasing them. And you might be saying to yourself, oh, man, but the only two-hander I have is Noelle, and I don't really like to use her. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. But before we get into all of that, if you could do your boy a huge favor, we started our channel earlier this year, and there's a lot of eyes on the game right now. And it would be really big to get as much of a push as possible. Unfortunately, the game is so incredibly popular that there is 1.5 billion videos on this. And I'm never going to be one of those people that tries to tell you, I have all the facts and I am a master at this game and you need to listen to everything I say. That's not what we do here. That's not what we do here. Mostly, besides for this, because we have to stitch 2 different videos together, but I treat my content like a live show. There's not any edits or any stuff like that. We keep things real succinct, because I want this to feel like a conversation, you know, with a buddy, essentially. I don't want to try and come across as some super expert that is going to lead you all to glory. I just want to help you out, bud. Like, that's basically it. Have a few laughs along the way. Teach you a little something, you know what I mean? So we've been playing this, and I have no good two-hander person yet. I'm really thinking that I'm just gonna end up saving up, was it the Star Glaze Glitter or something like that, so that I can just get Razor that way. But it's a little bit ridiculous. So if you're in a situation like me where you don't have a two-hander on your team and you see big pretty ores like this, you might be like, oh man, but that means well, I can't get it because we can sit here all day and I got 5 minutes to hit the rock, man. There is a crack joke in there somewhere. We'll just drive past it. Just drive past it. We don't have time. We don't have time. So, I mean, obviously you can just sit here and wail on these things, but there are different ores that are similar, that are very tough, that you won't be able to do that at all. I'm pretty sure the, oh, what is it called? I'm just going to look in my bag real quick. Core Lapis? Let's see if your boy's right. Oh, no, I can't find it. Really? Really? Where be you? There we go. Yeah, Core Lapis. So like this is, you know, would take even longer to beat down than this guy right here. It's a hard time. It's a very hard time. But through the use of an interesting mechanic that I've found that I also don't see a whole lot of stuff about, if you just jump on like the most slightly different surface ever onto a shorter one, like we'll use this rock as the most dramatic example that we can, you can get your slam attack, okay? And that works over just like slight inclines too. This just dips down a little bit. That's it. That's it. So you can use that to farm these with any sword or spear user. And I'm going to kind of get into which is better and some of the ways that might be difficult to pull it off and how you can kind of manage it, okay? So real quick, before we get into beating up the thing, I just want to show you guys something, because I'm a very visual learner myself. I need to see something for it to start clicking in my brain, right? So let's take our buddy here, and again, this is going to be the same with any sword user. But I want you to see me miss. You see the area of effect that had? Not super big. Hers is, I don't want to say, it's not double. It's clearly not double. But the animation goes for much further. And this is super important when you're farming these ores and everything and using this little trick to smash down and get them, because you'll be able to position yourself in the correct spot. Say, you know, you got one here, and one here. You know, you want to jump towards the middle, use that slam, and because of the area of effect, there's like an invisible wall right here. She just was not jumping. But that area of effect would spread out and do enough that it's getting all of those. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit more useful than Barb. We don't need you right now. A little bit more useful than our boy here. Just a little bit. But let's actually take a look at this. So just to show you guys she won't really do any damage to it, right? Cool, yeah, because that's what we need to show an example. So obviously you would do this with one of your characters that actually has blade, and it would do a little bit of damage to it. It would take about 3 hits to wipe it down. But say you weren't somewhere where there's a super easy rock right here to just kind of walk on and get your easy jump right there. Because they like to be sneaky and kind of just put them against flat walls or completely flat ground from time to time. One of the things that you can try to do is, typically in those situations, you wouldn't have that much of a gap here between it and the wall. It would be essentially right up on the wall, and you would kind of be able to run between them and pop up on it. I don't know if there's an angle which I can kind of do it on this one. The front was doing it a little bit. So if you see that where you raise up a little bit off of it, yeah, there we go. That was more what we're talking about. You can get basically a little bit lip on the backside, jump to the front, and then be able to use that slam attack to be able to farm this. There's no real damage difference between the sword guy or her. They do the same amount of damage. Oh, girl, you gonna die if you do that. Let's see if we can find any more. Or any false walls, because again, all that works the same way. Bam! Wait. Huh. I wonder if it was because of the height. If the height was why it did more damage. That would be kind of cool if that was the case. But not really factor into what we're trying to do with it. But would be good information to have regardless. Alright. Where, you got any more for me, bud? Do you got any more for me? False wall, something like that would be really cool to be able to show as an example too. I'd take that. I'd take that. Okay, there we got one. Oh, that's not a good example because those are super easy to go through. Damn. Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. So, if you're in the... These are more... there's a few in the starting area, but there's a lot more of these as you get deeper into the game. And yeah, you don't need a bomb for it. You can just use your slam to get in there, you know, without needing a two-hander. Basically, everywhere in the game where it's like, no, you need a two-hander weapon to be able to do this, you can be like, nuh-uh, I got them hops. I got them hops. So yeah, I guess that was off of height. So get a little bit more height on your jump, and you can probably one-shot some of this stuff easier. It might save you a little bit of time. Oh, I didn't realize that was the thing we were doing. Hey, kids. What's that? Oh, I might actually be able to, yeah, so see how, this one is right up against the wall like we were talking about with the other one? You know, you can, when that happens, you're more likely to be able to get a ledge like that so that you can get up on it, and then as soon as you're up on it, you just have to do your little jumpy jump, and you got your slam, and you can mine anything in the game, except outside of the lightning ones, I want to say. Those will still hurt you and just shock you. You have to hit those with fire. But again, that is huge. If I knew that when I played the beta, I would have had a much easier time with crafting weapons and everything, because I would have been able to get every blue ore that I saw right off the bat, instead of waiting until I happened to get a character that used two-hand weapons that I actually used and had in my team when I was running around. Because again, even if it's slightly slower than it would be if you had a two-hander person, if they're not in your party, doing this method will get you the ore faster than going into party setup. Even if you have a quick team, you know, set up for mining and stuff like that. I have a basically adventure team for like, oh, we doing a puzzle or something annoying? Alright, bring them out. And even still, like, picking this team, hit deploy, all takes more time than it takes to just run up on something, jump down, and do this twice. Maybe on some of the tougher ores, 3 times. Oh, I know. So that'll save you a huge amount of time, plus potentially get people that thought they weren't able to get those resources before, get them with no problem. So think that's kind of all I got for y'all. Just wanted to do a meme and kind of lean heavier into like, hey, did you guys know about this slam thing? It's completely ridiculously broken. But I appreciate you guys. Let me know if you have any other like interesting little mechanical things that you found out with the game. Because I've noticed a few little tweaks, and there's videos on a decent amount of stuff and everything. Like talk about animation canceling and stuff all day. So there's a lot of interesting little stuff like this. So if you found any yourself and want to let your boy Patty know about it, I'd appreciate that. But otherwise, thank you so much for stopping by, guys. This game is blowing up right now, and everyone and their mother is jumping on the bandwagon to start making content for it. So there's just a absolute flood of videos, and I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch this one. Because as much as I'm super happy for the game's success, man, I've been talking about this for months. We were in the beta. We made content on it. Like, we grinded. And, like, even the Washington Post is putting out articles on Genshin. And I'm just like, bro, those are my clicks. Those are my clicks. I'm just playing. But for real, I super appreciate you guys. I absolutely love you. Thank you so much for stopping by today. And you're going to have to catch your boy on the next one because, we out of here. Deuces.